We've downed the dogs. Now it's time to get down to business. This week on The Hapless Heroes. Let me start with the talking before you start with the smashing.
Hello and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I'll be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Let's start, as I really do start every other time, I swear, by introing our cast. Starting on my right with Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
This is totally the first take of this.
To his right, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Those dogs barely left a scratch on me.
To his right, we have Nicole as Boris the Butcher.
I'm having the weirdest sense of deja vu right now.
To her right, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
I may have cast mirror image on this episode.
Okay, I see. That's how we're doing this. All right, cool. Insubordinate, churlish. To his left, we have. To his left, we have James as Hoblet the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos. Good evening, friendos.
Right.
Remember, Dave is in control of which characters survive and which ones don't.
Go to war, Balake.
I'm almost certain. I can't be for sure. But I think that might be the first time that I've ever said something other than just good evening, friendos at the beginning.
Oh, if that's what it took.
But no, that's all you said.
Yeah.
Twice.
Just twice.
Right.
But just doing that was enough to get a change. All right. Well, I see. So as we last left off in this multi-part episode, I do encourage you all to start from the beginning. We just finished combat with some hellhounds after Hedrick was dragged off somewhere by some hand. And we leave with you all in the hallway and some dead dogs and a recently collected skull.
Okay. Well, the obvious here is that Hedrick was taken. We need to figure out where that hand went, and quickly.
Now, the dogs came from around a corner, right? And that's where Hedrick had been dragged off to, like towards where I was.
Yes,
so
that is correct.
Jarrell is going to immediately start marching off in that direction that Hedrick was dragged in.
Yeah, I see no reason to delay. I'm going to follow Jarrell.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, me too.
So the party exits this hallway through what appears to be an area that had a door, but has since been broken and shattered away, leaving the rubble edges of the wall and maybe some splinters of door if you dig down deep enough. Into a square room with a round kind of tower thing at the back right corner, sort of consistent with the layout of this building already. This 20 by 20 room opens out to the left to another destroyed walling door.
Now, these walls weren't destroyed by the hand, were they?
It's tough to tell.
Well, when we walked into the room where these doors was
No, they
You couldn't
weren't
see them?
here, or you wouldn't have remembered them having been destroyed. But you wouldn't know how recent or long ago it was.
Okay, but continuing down, it's a straight corridor, no other doors on the sides.
Let's go.
All right. So through that area is another hallway, about 20 feet wide, and goes on 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, about 60 feet to an actual door at the end of this hallway.
I mean, we're looking for Hedrick. If we don't see anything, of note in here.
No, the walls are bare stone walls, just like the hallway you had just exited.
And unsmashed, though.
Unsmashed any further into here.
But there's nothing else in here.
Right. So I'm
Just the
assuming
door
that
at
we
the
would
end of
just
the
keep
hallway.
going. We would just keep going.
Yeah, let's go.
You know what I mean? We're not. If there's nothing,
if it's not smashed, it's obviously not where he was dragged off to, question mark.
but we don't know what the fuck is going on. So whatever.
We have no idea.
Let's run till we run into something.
Jarrell is out of divine senses, but he will, I guess, open the door once everybody catches up.
As Boris is walking through the hallway, she's going to be paying attention with blind sense to see if there's anything that we can't see.
Yeah, and you can just
Okay.
like feel near you.
Yep. Is that a passive ability, or is that something you have to roll for?
It doesn't say anything about rolling. Just with my hearing, I can locate hidden or invisible creatures that are within 10 feet of me.
Okay. You will encounter none of those on your trip down the hallway.
That's good. No one's sneaking up on Boris.
Hey, Jarrell. Would you say that you are divine senseless?
Yeah, that's a terrible pun.
That's my
I am.
dad joke.
Oh.
You got to get your one in a day, or they revoke your license.
Right.
Folks, you can donate to us at patreon.com/r/.
Okay, the slash. Okay, he's already fucking this up. This is why we don't let him do these things.
Right. I'm out at the end. Anyway, sorry. Go on. Terrible
Anyway.
dad joke over.
Yes, so you continue to the end of the hallway where there is a door. It is a closed door.
Is
it
Jarrell
open?
still leading the way?
Yeah.
Good.
What's interesting to me, we followed sort of this path the whole time, and we were able to clearly see where something was smashed through, and now it's not. Like we've like there's no more smashed anything. So it's like something changed with whatever path this shadowy hand was like carrying Hedrick off to. And I mean, this is also I'm operating under the assumption that the hand was the one that was smashing through things. But it's like there's gone, and there's no trace of any of Hedrick at all. Or
You're
the hand.
saying this as Jarrell's hand is on the door to open it.
Yeah, don't just open it yet. Like just like take a second and let's inspect it. So I'm going to inspect and like investigate the door for traps, or like any secret, hidden mechanisms and whatnot.
All right, by which method are you doing this?
Investigation.
Aha.
That's not going to do it. Yeah, that's an 8.
So your investigation tells you several things about this door. It is a standard door, about however many inches high. Normal doorway would be 7 feet high, maybe 3 feet wide. It is wood in thick planks going from floor to ceiling, some sort of dark wood with raw iron banding across the top and bottom. There is a latch at the right. Looks like there's even a keyhole in it.
Is the door unlocked?
Are you going to attempt to open it?
If we're not doing any more investigations, yeah.
Well, hang on, Jarrell. Can I look through the keyhole?
There's no reason why you couldn't. Sure.
With my devil's sight, can I see anything through the keyhole? If I press my real eye against it.
Another eye peering at you from the other side of the keyhole.
I'm gonna like slowly back away from the door and like turn to the party and be like, "There's something on the other side of this door. It was looking right at me through the keyhole."
Boris is gonna approach the door super quickly, pull out a lockpick, and jab it through the keyhole.
I was looking for something similar. Like
Yeah,
where your
I
head's
was
at.
contemplating if my rapier would have fit through.
I was debating if my dagger would, and then I figured lockpick, it's an eye. It's the equal effect.
All right. So I just decided to roll a d20 to see what would happen, and I pulled up a 20.
Oh.
It's either going to be really
Yeah.
good or really bad.
Really good or really bad, yep.
Yeah, your lockpick does not come back out. It is snatched and snapped in the door frame. Or in the keyhole. Yeah, in the keyway.
Boris kind of like cups her hands around and leans so her mouth is close to the keyhole and shouts, "I've got more of those!"
There is no reply.
Of course not. All right, if we have to do this the hard way,
Could we prepare and I'll just mage hand the door open?
sure.
Jarl backs up if that's going to be the play, yeah.
I will prepare to cast a spell, and I will prepare to cast Banishment. Because if my line of thinking is correct, we have encountered Tarantian currency here. This is obviously this is potentially a chunk of Tarantus we're on. And the stuff that we're encountering does not appear to be, I think, native to this plane. So hopefully, Banishment will just send it fucking packing, never to come back.
So long as it isn't the master of this domain.
The master of this domain is staring at us through a keyhole. Like, I'm sorry, but like, what kind of master are you to be spying on us like through such conventional means? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of assumptions there, Felix.
Got one eyeball now.
It's a calculated assumption, Jarrell. There's a difference than just. It's not a blind assumption.
Does Mage Hand open the door?
Okay, so
I mean, I'm waiting
Mage
to see
Hand
if anybody else wants
on
to
its
prepare.
own is not going to open the door, no.
Can I take the mage hand? Can carry the lockpick, right?
Yes, but you cannot operate the lockpick without Mage Hand Ledger Demand.
But no one here has. 'Cause
I
no
only
one's an
say
arcane
that
trickster.
because that explicitly gives you
Oh,
the
that's
ability
why I
to use
used
the
them.
lockpick.
Right, you're not
Right.
you're not an arcane trickster anymore.
I used to be one. Quinn was not one.
At this point, it's been like 6 years.
Mike, well, okay, well, I haven't
So the
used
door's
mage hand
locked. We
forever.
can't pick it. Or we don't want to go up
He
there.
could
Well,
we haven't tried to
conceivably
pick
carry a lockpick in it because it is less than 10 pounds, but he would not be able to operate it, no.
Gotcha.
We have literally a human walking lockpick like right there, and I point to Boris.
I was
Boris
just trying to
waves.
make sure she didn't put herself in harm's way.
Boris walks up to the lock and, just while still like looking at Quinn and juggling, easily, goes to town on the lock.
And as Boris is doing that, Hoblet's going to move up with his new friend and just kind of pull Trixie out and like set her on the ground and like lean on it while she's picking the lock. Just in case shit pops off right when the door opens up.
All right. I'm going to need you to actually roll to pick this lock.
Ooh.
Shit.
It's like,
Yes, I know what your modifiers are. I have my own going on.
Oh, that was a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
Wow, there's been a lot of those.
Okay, well,
So, can I? Or do you?
go for it.
Literally, in the time I go at Quinn, the door goes click and pops open.
There was some token resistance, like something was pushing back, but it was completely ineffective against your almost instantaneously deft technique. The door swings open. Stevedore is standing on the other side.
Banishment.
No, I'm going to hold the banishment when I see that it is Stevedore. I will hold the banishment for now.
You're holding the hold.
Still holding.
Oh, I guess I'm kind of just standing
Yeah.
there. How
Right.
tall is Stevedore? I haven't met Stevedore before, so.
Yes.
I mean, you met him when we first got here, and that was pretty much it.
Oh, yes, right, yeah.
I was gonna say,
Hey,
did we leave
friendo.
him upstairs?
Yeah, I did meet him upstairs.
Hoblet's right there too.
So, how tall is Stevedore?
Stevedore is whatever the most boring height is, 5'9".
Okay. So, Boris is still
Shots
having a look
fired.
up at him.
I don't know. He's just like, a little taller than me, not like tall, like somewhere in the middle, whatever the average is.
So both Hoblet and Boris are looking up to him.
And potentially
Felix.
Quinn.
Yes,
Yeah.
literally. But
Yeah,
not
but
by-
no, what I'm saying is I went up there. We're both standing there
Yes.
looking up at him. Literally right now. I know we all are short and whatever, but
Hey, Stevedore. So you done gone and left us up there, and unfortunately, there's been some
a bunch
evil
of
things
fuckery.
happening here. Care to explain, old buddy, old pal?
No, I do not. He starts stepping back away from the door. The master bids you enter.
I mean, I'm gonna look. So, is Jarrell? Are you like standing close to me still? Because it's Hoblet and Boris like at the door, right?
I'm figuring I'm kind of like in the middle, maybe a couple feet from Hoblet.
All right, Quinn, are you standing next to me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna lean to you then. Just like lean over. That sounds like a trap.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah, I mean, from my front and center position, can I see anything beyond?
What do we see? What do
The
Boris
room
and I see?
is dark. The edges are
Oh,
indistinct and difficult to make out.
Oh, maybe you don't
Dark
know
vision.
this, but I have 60 feet of dark vision.
It's fantastic. My answer stands.
So there's
I have 120 feet of super special see-through magic darkness, dark vision.
You can kind of see some details. It's still quite dark. The room goes about 10, 20, 30 feet in, and no further off to the right than the hallway did, but opens out further to the left beyond that.
Hoblet's Stevedore's still right there.
Stevedore is continuing to back away from the door. He is fading into the darkness. He's probably about 15 feet away from it now.
Does your friend have a problem with meeting us right here?
Stevedore still fading into the distance.
Yeah, Stevedore is just walking backwards.
Like the Homer Simpson just walking into the bush, like kind of just like just
Right.
backing
Yes.
into it.
I
And-
imagine he's like backing up where like you can't even see his feet moving. He's just like slow, like Nosferatu disappearing into.
It's graceful, not quite a moonwalk, but it's nearly
Right.
seamless. And he continues to back up, fading into darkness by everyone's sight, except for the person who can see through magical darkness, who sees Stevedore back up, back into the wall, and then starts like sidestepping off to his right, your left.
Did he ignore me? He didn't answer me.
Yes,
he
He
did.
did not answer you.
that action right there just speaks to the fact that you were ignored.
Hoblet is going to turn. Jarrell is behind me.
Yep.
Turn back to Jarrell and kind of give him the look,
Oh no! Oh,
and then
no.
I'm going in.
I had my chance. Okay.
Yep.
He went
We
right.
sat in that lobby for a while.
He went to the right.
Left. He
I'm
went to the
going to
left.
correct you. He went to your left, his right.
Right.
Oh. He went left.
So
Boris is going to
Gerald.
after Hoblet.
yeah,
Gerald's
I was
behind Hoblet.
I was assuming that maybe I'd have at least my crew would roll in with me. So
Just make you go by yourself and see what happens.
Quinn and Felix tend to be a little bit smarter and more tactical about their combat.
Hoblet Smasher!
So
Save him.
now I'm here. Now we're here.
Yes, you're there,
Are you-
and I want to.
are the other
I don't
two
want
coming in?
to. I don't want to say the magic 3 words, but I want to focus on the reactions of everybody else before we continue with you, Hoblet.
Okay.
At this point, I'm next to Hoblet.
Okay, good. You're next to act then.
I mean, since I seem to be the only person who can actually see in this magical darkness, obviously I'm going in.
Okay, you also go in. Even with your ability to see through magical darkness, the room does continue off. It opens up into a room that's maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, about 60 feet wide and extending further off to the left. It does get indistinct even for you. And, all right, so Hoblet's in. Felix is in.
Jarell's in.
Jarell is in. Are you? Okay. Jarell is
Yeah,
also
he said he was next to Hoblet. So
Oh, he was next to Hoblet. I thought he was saying he was next to Hoblet outside the door before Hoblet went in. All right, so Jarell.
No, both
proceeding.
Jarrell and Boris said they came in with me.
Okay. All right. Now it's more clear to me. Okay, so 3 have gone into darkness, as it were. How about Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind and Boris the Benevolent? How about you guys?
Boris is with us. She followed.
Oh.
Hoblet.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
so it's literally just Quinn
It's just Quinn. Okay.
who has not entered.
I will. Quinn just shakes his head because he can't see, so he has no idea what he's walking into, and doesn't like the fact that he's walking into something he has no idea what he's walking into. So he is going to bring up the rear, but with a lot of hesitation.
And he almost sulkily enters the room behind everyone. Once Quinn enters, the door snaps shut
Of course, it
and
is. Yeah.
fades into the wall.
Obviously.
Great, awesome. So,
Yeah, but like,
Well,
what are we gonna do? Twiddle our thumbs out there? Let's smash this fucker.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
maybe
spent
come up
enough
with
time-
a plan.
I was going to say, we spent enough time twiddling our thumbs. Seeing as how I'm the only person who can possibly actually see in here,
The room
let
suddenly
me walk in the front with y'all.
the room suddenly throbs with a purple light which goes out.
Purple light.
I don't get it.
Because he didn't even do it right. That's why you don't get it.
Right. Oh, it wasn't the right joke. Okay.
I mean, that's the joke now, is that it's not the joke, and therefore is the joke.
Once again, the purple light
I'll never-
flashes, and you notice that it's coming from off to the left of where you came in through the door.
The direction that he saw Stevedore go.
Yes.
I'll still elect to walk in the front with Jarell and Hoblet, just in case the lights go out again. I want to be able to guide everybody if, like, there's some fuckery with, like, darkness and whatnot. And I say I'm going to suggest, like, let's head this way. I mean, obviously be prepared for anything, but it's like we're kind of out of our element here. We really don't know where we're walking into, but we have no choice but to walk into it. There really isn't, like, any real plan to formulate here, except for if things get hostile and something here is otherworldly, I'm going to try my best to banish it.
Once more, the purple light pulses. It seems to be coming from some sort of pinpoint off in the distance. You can tell that there's some sort of dark growth along the walls that's illuminated briefly while the
Okay, I'm going to try something here, and I hope I don't live to regret it. I'm going to lift the bandana.
Okay.
Does Darrell?
Is that supposed to show you anything?
I don't know. I'm kind
Yeah.
of, like I said, like
Oh,
I had
yeah.
attempted to at least try to attune to this thing, and we were going to sort of reveal or discuss like what it can do along the way. So
Yeah.
here we are. And I'm going to try to focus my mental energy into either attempting to perceive through the gem or to access, and exploit whatever power I'm stuck with.
Well, for now, the room is entirely clear to you. And in a brief second, you can tell that the room is, from where it opens up to the left, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 feet back, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet wide. There's some sort of humanoid creature, although larger than normal, at the far end of the room, holding whatever was creating that source of light. Stevedore has joined relatively close to him. Behind and along the entire back of the room and extending up the walls, there is some sort of growth that's protruding from the walls, and is part of it. It's more intense towards the back of the room.
Now, am I seeing this through, like, essentially the looking glass, so to speak? Like, am I looking through the gem and perceiving this through the gem, or with my own eyes?
The gem is giving you, like, a complete tactical overview of the room in a split second.
Oh. Wild.
So, yeah, I'm just giving you kind of the everything that's in it. The ceiling in this expanded area is about 50 feet high. And you can sense that behind some of this growth at the back of the room off to the left, there's a door. You can almost see through it with it's almost like an X-ray vision of sorts.
Oh. Cool. All right. I've gotten the information I needed. I'm going to place the bandana back over and relay this information to my crew.
Is the sword of justice glowing?
I think we established always.
Just always?
Seeing as how you are in proximity of something
to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Of something most
it's
unholy.
completely throwing off the sword of justice.
Right. So, yeah. Okay.
In the sword of justice.
Jarrell is
I'm
Jarrell's not
the growth.
afraid.
I'm concerned about the growth. Hold on. Okay, I'm not afraid, Jarrell. But we've upgraded to concerned. Okay, bud? So let's just give it a sec. Just give us a sec, okay? Obviously, we're walking into a trap. I think we all know this. Right, team? Right. Okay, so we're walking into a trap. There's obviously some sort of horrible growth on the walls, and we are about to meet whatever master of this place. I cannot imagine, based on Stevedore's comments, that he's going to be all that happy to see us, or it is going to be all that happy to see us, whatever this thing is. We need, if anything, just an exit strategy if shit goes sideways.
Well, the door behind us is gone.
Uh-huh. How
Your
about you got any more of that plane shift juice left in ya? Or was that a one-time only deal for now?
Yeah, if I've used that and we haven't rested, then
You only got the one slot.
Yeah. Which sucks because I have another really radical spell there too that I could use, but we needed to do it, so what are we going to do?
If we find ourselves, I'm just going to say right now, the only plan that I really want to put in place is if we find ourselves in a position where we are grossly outmatched by like a deity or something that obviously we can't fight, you would do well to hold your aggression so that we don't just get obliterated from existence. Is the only thing I'm just going to say to the group overall, that we just approach the situation with
Finesse.
finesse and grace.
Boris finessefully and finessefully.
What I'm really
There's that
saying,
grace part for you.
what I'm really saying is that let me start with the talking before you start with the smashing. Deal?
So hold on a second.
He's specifically talking to you, Hoblet.
Oh, of course I know.
I'm talking to the group, but yes, like I am
Did
kind of
you-
directing these comments to someone specific. Yes.
Did you tell us the layout of the room and then you made these comments?
Yes.
So you told me that Stevedore was standing next to him already?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I might. Oh, fuck.
Boris was slowly pulling out her dagger the entire time you were speaking.
Deal? I ask again, growing more impatient this time with the lack of response at this not rhetorical question.
You've got 10 seconds.
That's not enough time to talk.
Seconds.
The light at the far end of the room begins to glow again, more softly and now illuminating the room.
Boris uses the hand that's not holding a dagger to start counting 10 seconds out.
Oh my god. All right, well, we're kind of far away to have a conversation, so let's proceed forward cautiously and slowly and with intent.
Yes. At the far end of the room, you see several things. You see Stevedore, and you also see what appears to be some sort of large demonic creature. Very much in, Quinn might recognize the shade of Garthax.
Oh, yeah.
So that sort of shape, except much more physical.
Yeah, you
yeah.
and Pregnart and Dedu fought him when it sucked his shade, like when his shade appeared and sucked me into the gem, me, Felix, during the Pregnart episode.
Right.
The fight happened in Dedu's house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same shape as that creature.
Yes, it is the same shape as that creature, except not quite a shade. So yes, Felix, you would recognize it too.
Yeah, I would recognize it as its fucking creation tortured me for way too long.
And it appears to be holding a large glowing diamond in its hand.
How many seconds has it been?
I mean, you haven't even said anything yet.
We're not in range to talk.
Right. So I'm giving him 10. I'm giving him 10 seconds to decide how to handle it when we approach, and then I'm taking over.
Yeah.
So
I
Boris
really-
started counting 10 seconds as soon as Hoblet said 10 seconds. So just how many seconds has it been?
Fuck me.
I don't know. How many seconds has it been? You're about 60 feet away from it.
Do not ruin this chance at exposition, my friends. And
In fact-
I start walking towards... I start walking towards the room.
The room continues to slowly illuminate. It doesn't appear as deep as your tactical analysis had said, but that growth appears to be quite a bit out from the wall, and seems to be possibly even connected to the back of this presumed Garthax here.
Oh, shit.
It's holding the diamond in its hand, where the purple glow itself that is illuminating the room emanates from. So you get about 30 feet away, he says, "Did you get my note?"
Yeah, apology not accepted.
It's okay. I wasn't really being sincere anyway.
It didn't seem like it. Garthax, I assume, or the master, I should say, I assume, as I look at him.
Either or. master, collector, your jailer. I mean, it's all going to be irrelevant in about an hour or so anyway. Give or take. Maybe less.
Huh. Interesting statement there. Would you care to elaborate on what you mean?
Well, I already seem to have collected this perfectly wonderful bard, as he holds up the gem, and then tucks it into a pocket. I intend to collect the rest of you as well.
You'd be wise to give that back, friendo.
So, okay, Garthex, let's just gonna level with you for a second, okay? We have quite the track record of dispatching fiend and foe with great impunity. Really, it was a struggle for me to even initiate a conversation with you because my fellow compatriots here would have loved nothing more than to just murder you without even giving you a chance to speak your piece. See, I am a much more reasonable individual. And I assure you that your existence and, being obliterated from it can be prevented if we, find some mutual agreeable terms.
Sorry. Did anything I say sound like a question?
No, it sounded like a threat, and I'm just going to...
No.
I'm just matching your threat with a threat of, I would consider, equal weight.
No, a threat is something you use when you're trying to get something out of someone. I have no expectation you're going to go willingly. At that point, the growth behind him starts to rumble a little bit, undulating ever so somewhat. You pretty much expect you're going to resist. I'm just telling you it's irrelevant. It's not a threat, it's just a statement of fact.
Jarrell will pipe in and ask, is this your domain?
Looks around at the room. Oh, this most certainly is.
Do you have any intention of it surviving past Vecna's wrath?
Vecna can't come here. Doubt he'd be
as soon as he says Vecna can't come here, I lift the bandana again.
He still can't come, even if he gets to watch.
Well, I guess he gets a front row seat.
You're certain that if he destroys everything in existence, that this realm will be completely untouched?
You said it right there. Existence. We're outside of that. How could you have even gotten here?
We intend to leave if you would allow us.
Sorry, Jarrell, but the whole leaving thing was taken off the table as soon as he took our friend. So we're not leaving without Hedrick.
Duel.
Right.
Well, at least we can agree on one thing. And at that point, 4 large hands emerge out of the growths along the side of the room.
Only 4?
And start advancing.
I guess we're doing this your way, Hoblet.
Stevedore?
Wait, I just want to be clear.
And
Stevedore,
now we
buddy.
get to the fun part. Roll for initiative.
Wait, so there's 5 of us. You have 4 hands coming out?
Yes.
And Stevedore and Garthex. It's itself.
Well, no, but so help me understand, because it feel like the hand. Well, maybe I guess the hands are just bringing us to him, and then he turns us into the gem.
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll try to not find that out.
Well, yeah, I mean,
oh yeah.
there's 4 hands and 5 of us. Don't be the slowest one.
I'm probably going first.
Dear sluts who have rolled 20s tonight.
Good.
Did you just roll a 0 on
Yep,
initiative?
he rolled a 0.
Yep. Guess who's going last?
Or not going at all ever.
No, you go. You're just it's
0.
It would
You
be
get to
very
go?
hard for anyone to be after you.
Yeah, you get to go. I still get a turn, even though my initiative is 0. Fucking.
Yeah, it's just that your turn is the last turn that ever happens.
Should have just smashed.
Yeah.
I fucking. But I let them talk me into this, like, oh, let's try to negotiate.
There's always a chance to negotiate.
Yeah, not when I'm around.
So
Stevedore fucked about. I'm going for him.
You're going straight for Stevedore?
He's a piece of shit. He's on my list.
10 seconds was too many seconds.
All right.
That was the
so
problem.
we've got Hoblet at a 0. Quinn, where
0.
are you?
Yep.
23.
That's a lot more than 0.
I love that contrast.
I wasted a nat 20 on that.
Hmm.
That's the unfortunate part on my end.
All right.
Boris,
19.
Jarrell,
17.
Felix,
21.
0.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
0 the character or 0 the number?
Oh no! It turns out when you roll a nat 1 and your initiative is -1, and you do the math on that one, I even wrote it down to just make sure. 1 minus 1, 0.
Yeah.
So I
Is that
missed
correct?
0. Yes.
But did you ask your mom to double check to see if that was correct for you?
I didn't think it would be appropriate to text her this late, but I could maybe shoot her a text if you guys aren't sure on my math there.
I trust you.
Okay. You know what? I'll do it on my calculator on my phone real quick.
Interestingly enough, Stevedore and Garthax rolled at the same initiative, so that certainly streamlines things from my perspective.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Was it 0?
It was not.
Oh, so I'm going last.
It could have been -1.
Yeah. Then I'd be going second to last.
Did we ever clarify how far away we are from them?
30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, you are now. 1 second, I'm just transcribing a couple of things over here.
Ooh, big
Okay.
fancy.
He said as we reached 30 feet, he started talking. So
Okay.
Is this thing undead?
Well, the big thing's a demon,
Yeah.
and we don't
its
know what
undead
Stevedore.
nature is unclear to you.
Oh.
and
Nope.
unfortunately, he's divine senseless now. So like
Until
we
I hit, then I find out real quick.
we have no fiend radar anymore.
Yes.
Oh, but his character rater is probably too high for my thing. Or whatever.
Challenge
Okay.
rating.
Challenge rate.
So as the 4 hands spring out and spring to their attack, extending forth, and even Stevedore takes on a bit of a faster gait than you've ever seen him before as he advances quickly towards you. Initiative begins with Quinn.
So I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Ooh, the Mort opener.
Oh, good. There's
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
It's like the chess move. It's Mort's opener.
I mean,
Mort-
I'm
right. I was gonna say because that was pretty much a recurring line, right? Mort
I'm gonna
cast
cast
mirror
mirror
image.
Right. So yeah, Quinn has always had it since like day 1, but doesn't use it that often because he usually just goes invisible instead. So when Mort just would always do it, I'd be like, all right, he can have it. That's cool. But I've always kept it, so I like to use it every once in a while. So I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself, but that uses up my action. So I'm going to. Technically, has it been 10 minutes yet? Not really, right?
We've
Has
been
it?
arguing and
Yeah, it's been 10 minutes since whatever happened.
All right, so we've lost 2 of my inspiration, but that's okay. I'm gonna re-inspire Jarrell. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. So just don't give up.
okay, that was actually motivational.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's still got a little sass to it, but.
Huh.
So that's inspiration, a D8 to Jarrell.
Cool.
And then I will move. No, I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay, you're going to end your turn right where you are. And let's see. We move along to Felix at the next initiative. And you guys are all kind of in a pretty tight group then?
For now.
Okay.
Um,
Kind of spot you.
Felix.
There.
Felix is going to. Let's see. We are 30 feet away from them. Oh, I mean, I know what I'm doing.
Banishment?
No, he literally just said this was quote unquote his domain.
Right. I did
not
want to
gonna-
clarify that. So yeah.
So I'm not gonna go with the banish opener just yet here. Instead, I between 2 spells. Yeah,
That'd be a great side podcast, like Between Two Ferns.
between 2 spells. I am. So is there's space behind Garthax and Stevedore, correct?
Behind Garthax, no. He is actually melded into whatever this stuff is in the.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Garthax then. And Stevedore is not. But Stevedore is next to Garthax?
Stevedore, no. He has advanced. He is about 10 feet in front of Garthax now.
Oh, that's, again, unfortunate for Stevedore as well then. And I'm going to cast Sickening Radiance centered on the point of the wall where Garthax is, so that the 30-foot radius extends all the way right to our feet.
Okay.
Coming from Garthax. And I need Garthax, the hands, and Stevedore to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. So
As a dim greenish light
Greenish light.
spreads
I don't
in that
get it.
30-foot radius sphere. And the DC is
Nope.
19.
Okay.
Don't-
And Garthax will make, and that's the Constitution saving throw.
Correct.
And that is going to be, let's see, 14, 6. That is a 20.
Oh wow.
20 will save.
And Stevedore. Let's see, come on. All right. Let's see, and he matches at a 19.
Damn.
The hands do not have to save.
The hands in Garthax are one and the same.
Just checking. Well, that sucks. But as long as they are in this light, they are. They are incapable of going invisible.
Okay.
And if it starts, as soon as at the start of their turn, they have to repeat the save if they are starting their turn in the Sickening Radiance. This is not an end of turn effect; it is start of turn.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to back up 10 feet or so. Actually, I'll use my full movement, 25 feet back. And I'm going to use, as a bonus action, my Rod of the Pact Keeper to regain a spell slot.
All right.
That's It's my once per long rest use of that, so I still have another spell slot freed up. And that's my turn.
Okay. Boris, it is now your turn.
Where did he put the diamond?
Like, in the equivalent of a pocket, maybe?
Yeah, I tucked it away somewhere.
Yeah.
Pocket.
Pockets and what
Okay.
he's got going on with being grown into the room is probably difficult to say where it went.
Boris is going to run right up and stab with her trusty dagger.
Are
Run
you
right up
entering
to
the sickening
whom or
radiance?
what?
Sorry? Oh yeah, can I go in that?
No, because I mean, you can. If you do and enter it, you have to make the con save or take damage.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, never mind. Boris is not going to run into that. I'm just going to throw the trusty dagger.
Yeah, so they just fucking throw it.
You are throwing it at what or whom?
Garthrex?
At
Garthax.
Garthax. Okay.
Garthrex, yep. And I guess he's 30 feet away, so I'd be throwing at disadvantage. 15?
A 15 will not do it.
I will use my bonus action to hide behind Hoblet.
I have a shield now, so you're good.
Roguish. And now we get to our enemies. And
Cool, make a con save for both of them.
fair enough.
You were waiting on that. You were.
He pounced us quick.
Oh, that's when you got to get it in.
Mhm.
All right, Stevedore got a 20, and Garthax did not. Garthax got a 12.
Oh, there we go.
Garthax takes
200.
Million. Billion.
26 radiant damage
Okay.
and suffers 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. It does not suffer the level of exhaustion, as that is a conditioned immunity that he has.
Okay. Well, then he just takes that damage.
It's the damage. Okay.
That's it. They can have their turn now.
Sounds good. All right, they are going to proceed to have their turn. The four hands of Garthax kind of spread out further to the sides to avoid this sickening radiance that occupies the middle of the room there.
Whatever, Garthax is stuck in it, so
Yep. Stevedore will advance forward out of the sickening radiance and into close combat with looks like the bulk of the party, none of which have particularly moved. Looks like Hoblet's kind of
except for
fine.
Felix.
Yeah, Felix.
Yeah.
Well, where's Felix?
I backed up 25 feet.
Felix backed up 25 feet. I missed that. I'm sorry. All right, Felix, you have a wall about 5 feet off to your right. It continues forward about 10 feet and then opens up to the right into part of the room. So just kind of to note that that kind of wall in the corner is there. All right, so that's where everybody is. Stevedore has advanced forward. Stevedore is going to engage on Hoblet in the middle because I randomly selected, and I'm not trying to pick on anyone, but everyone's getting picked on.
Hey, good news. If he didn't come for me, I was coming for his bitch ass, so let's throw down, homie.
Good. As Stevedore gets to you, his facade shatters and breaks and is left with some sort of purple creature with tentacles where its arms would be. It lashes out forward with both of them, trying to smash you with each of them.
I will use the protection fighting style to shield one of the attacks.
That makes it a disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the first one is, let's see, 6. That's definitely not going to be enough to break Hoblet's AC anyway.
Was that the disadvantage attack?
Yes.
Okay.
And even the non-disadvantaged one, let's see, 9, 6. So 15 against your armor class definitely isn't going to do it either.
Nope.
All right, both of those kind of harmlessly bounce off.
Huh.
Big mistake, Stevedore. You're really fighting with on the wrong side here, bud.
You should have been our friend, friendo.
And now we get to the 4 arms of Garthax here. And the first one of those hands, it's going to be as there are 4 sort of spread out. Made the one first on the right. So if we go from the left, 1, 2, third one in. So, to your right, 1 and then 2 further out. It is going to open up its palm, and in the middle of that palm is a mouth. That mouth is going to open up, and it is going to scream. Each creature within 60 feet takes D6 plus 2 thunder damage and must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom save. Or become frightened for a minute. So, Jarrell...
Nobody can be frightened near me. Nobody can be frightened near me.
Oh, okay. Well, then everyone can just... let's see, D6 plus 2.
Except for Felix. Felix is too far away from me. Right.
All right, well, Felix, you get to make your DC 15 wisdom save, and everyone else gets to take 6 thunder damage.
I got... Oh, yes. Yeah, 23 on the wisdom save. We good.
All right. It was 6 thunder damage to everyone.
I use Uncanny Dodge.
You cutting that in half?
Yep.
All right, well, I mean, that's what Uncanny Dodge does.
Can we just talk about how broken Counter Charm is?
It's not broken. It's working as intended.
I mean, I'd have to know he was going to do that the round before.
Well, that's why you just have it active so that it deters the enemy from casting spells. You have to just kind of preemptively do it. It's like a...
Boom.
Yeah.
It should be a reaction. Anyway, 6 thunder damage. That's
Second.
Maybe you should just do that on your turn then.
Meh.
Instead of, just making copies of yourself and...
Listen, I feel protected. Oh, right. Wait a minute. Thunder damage?
Yeah, but
Yes.
there was no roll to attack, so it just hits you because it's an effect.
It hits all of us, whether or
Yeah.
not, right?
Yep. That's fair.
All right. So another one of these hands, the furthest out on the right, that's going to just make a standard attack at Jarrell. And that's going to be a 16 against AC.
Nope.
Not going to do it. Let's see, one from the far right. That's going to attack one against Boris. And that's going to be a 25 against AC.
Ow.
Ooh, yep. That will do it.
All right. I just need to find the right die here. Where is that? D8. Yes. So it's going to do 2, 8, 10. So 11 bludgeoning damage.
Dodge.
All right. Dodge against the whole attack or just the bludgeoning portion of it?
Can I react to both? Because I'm just gonna.
You can only use one reaction per round.
Yeah, it's the
And you
same
already
attack.
used it.
Well, it's the same attack doing 2 different kinds of damage.
You already used your reaction on the first one.
Uncanny dodge is not a reaction.
Uncanny Dodge. It says as a reaction. You have.
Oh,
to
then you've
Oh.
already used your
Alright,
reaction.
you've
So
already
you
done
cannot react to anything else until
From-
the start.
until
next turn.
my next turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potion was 3, 7, 10, 14 plus 1. So another 15 piercing damage as well.
Ow.
So 18 plus 15.
Fucking ow.
That would have been the one to dodge.
Yeah. Apparently. 33. Oof. Aye.
I was saying, Uncanny Dodge only works against, I think, like area of effect spells anyways, I believe. So
No, that's not Uncanny Dodge. Uncanny Dodge works against any attack from an attacker that I can see. The
see.
one that's it's evasion.
Oh.
Areas of effect.
Well, because the area of effect was the first attack then. That was not
The
a
thunder one?
directed. Yeah. Because we all took that damage.
But that's a deck save specifically. That's all I can use.
Okay.
All right, we're not going to unwind all that. We're just going to kind of let that be what it was.
Yeah, we're just
deck
I
saves.
think you've been penalized enough for taking that action.
yeah.
And we're looking to move things along. So the last one is going to zip kind of around the side, get close to Quinn, and it's going to open a mouth in its palm. But instead of roaring, is going to be more of a short, blasty kind of noise. Very disgusting, short, blasty sound. And you need to make a Constitution save.
You can add 4 to that.
Great. I'm trying to remember. Lucky feat means I can re-roll.
Did you roll a 1?
I did not, but it's literally the next one up.
Yep.
Uh,
So I'm gonna re-roll. Much better. Okay. 17. You said plus 6.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, plus 6 because my Constitution is plus 2. So 23.
Okay, so you're going to be taking half damage. I don't believe you would be deafened like you would. Let's see. So it says taking 6d6 thunder damage and being deafened for 1 round on a failed save, or just taking half as much on a success.
Yep, so no deafened.
All right.
Wow. That would have sucked.
66 though, that's a lot.
66?
Yeah, that's a lot to take in just one turn.
No, it wound up being 22 damage, though.
Oh, I thought I heard you say 66.
Thunder damage.
So
Is that halved?
11 then, right?
Yeah.
33.
30.
And then, everyone else takes d6 plus 2 thunder damage.
Ow.
Wait,
Why?
what?
Except for Felix, because you are far enough away.
Oh, now it works out.
So
What are
it
we
winds up
taking?
being 5 damage, thunder.
Alright.
Can I deck save? I mean, I can't react anyway.
No, that's just, you just take the
Happens.
damage. All right, so that is Stevedore and all 4 of the actions on behalf of Garthax, and we now move on to Jarrell.
I will strike at Stevedore
All right,
twice.
okay.
The first attack. Well, I'm going to use the inspiration from Quinn. It's a D8, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you just use it after you roll, though.
Oh, I rolled. I need it. 23 with the with the
That'll
inspiration,
definitely do it.
and then another 23. So they're both 23s.
Yeah, so those both do the job.
I will go as balls to the wall as I can with 2 third-level Divine Smites.
On Stevedore.
Well, yeah, Stevedore is not just a regular butler. If it was just some random butler, I'd feel bad doing this much damage to him. But
As it stands, yeah.
so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 48? And that's he's not undead, correct?
He is not undead.
Okay.
Paladin math. Do 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 do.
61 radiant and 12 slashing.
Gee, bus.
Unfucking real.
Yes.
And that'll be it for right now.
Yeah, Stevedore got fucking smacked. This has done a very significant amount of damage, and he has gone from 0 to bloodied in 0.0 seconds.
Hey, Hoblet, finish him off.
And if
With pleasure.
if he doesn't, I'm pushing him back into the fucking second radiance.
He also makes a malicious cackle when the entity takes damage. It can magically emit a harrowing cackle, which it does, and goes, yeah! Almost like Howard Dean all those years ago. Yeah, it was quite harrowing. And what would normally happen is you would have to succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. The problem is it's or be frightened for 1 minute, which unfortunately all of you are unable to do, except for the one person who already was. Oh wait, you weren't.
I was not.
You were not. You already saved against it. But yeah, make another save. You're just trying to beat a DC 14 Wisdom.
Someone blow on this for me. Thanks. 15. Let's
There you
go.
So none of that happens. Everyone is unsuccessfully Howard Deaned by Stevedore. Stevedine? I feel like we're getting into community territory there. So Jarrell does finish. Do you have anything else that you're doing, Jarrell? You
Just telling Hoblet to finish the job, yep.
Yep, yeah, you did tell Hoblet to finish the job, and we are now on to Hoblet in initiative.
Oh, snap.
Oh, and Stevedore's in my face?
Yeah, oh, snap. I think that's exactly what's probably going to happen to Stevedore very quickly here.
He had a chance.
You should have just answered my question, friendo. And we're going to swing Trixie. The old broad. 22.
The 22 definitely hits.
Definitely hits. I'm rolling the thunder die in case you guys at home can hear that.
Definitely can.
17.
A 17. Let's take a look again. Yes, a 17 will do it.
Oh no, that's the damage.
Oh, 17 damage. Yeah.
Yep.
What kind of damage?
Bludgeoning.
Magical bludgeoning.
Magical bludgeoning. Okay, it takes the 17. It stays bloodied. It's now very, very bloodied.
And we are going to swing.
Might as well.
Yeah, we're gonna swing again.
We can probably take a nap after this.
I was gonna say you have some War Priest's blessings left. I hope.
I have one more after this one.
Okay.
Okay.
I do love that we have Trixie as a one-handed maul now. It's amazing. That's why his AC is so high, because he's he's wielding that with a shield.
Right.
21.
Yes.
Okay. So
he did accidentally say that a 17 will do it.
Yeah, but I can cut that, so I'm still going to be excited.
Yeah.
And that's another 20 magical bludgeoning.
Wow.
Okay, so you can be as descriptive as you want.
Oh, you got him.
Oh! Well worth the usage of War Priest.
You know what? This is a move that Hoblet and Clangadin have been working on. Hoblet calls it the okie doke. We'll hit him with the okie doke. It's the uppercut and then the down smash. So the first hit was like an upward swing, and then 2-hand down, fucking smash him right between his tentacles.
Like the guy from Mortal Kombat with the big hammer who pops their head through their anus.
No, I didn't remember that. That's what happens. And then for shits and giggles, I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word as a bonus action.
Word.
And give everybody 11 hit points back.
Ooh, cool.
I'm back to full.
I'm back to right before I was. The fight started.
Take that, you bastard.
Dying less.
Very nice.
So there's 5 of us, and that's for 6 creatures. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that healing for myself too. Get a little bit of that.
Fantastic.
And let me mark my spell slot. And we're good to go.
Right. So that's all settled. Is there anything else you're looking to do on your turn?
I don't believe I can do anything. Well, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm near Jarrell. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay.
Haha, did you see him fold?
Great job, Hoblet. I have a surprise for the big one next.
Okay, as we've hit the bottom of initiative, I feel like this seems to be the right time to call this episode. So stand by, dear listeners, for yet another week while we continue this combat and see where this adventure will take us. But until then, if you yes, we can be found on the internet. We're on such places as Reddit/r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. And if you were to search on Facebook, Hapless Heroes Podcast, you'll find us there. We're also on both Instagram and Twitter at Hapless Heroes. All of those places will take you to the crown jewel of our internet presence, our Discord server, where you can meet and hang out and talk shop, D&D, or otherwise with us on a daily basis. We're all there on Discord, and we'd love you to be part of our growing community. Now, if you really like us, you could leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. At this point in both the podcast and in history, I'm going to assume that you have a podcast service of choice, and if you do, when they accept reviews, leave us a review. We, of course, love 5-star reviews, but any review will do, of course. Give us a good, honest review. And if we do find it, we will read it out loud and give you credit for the 5-star person that you are. Now, if you really, really like us, you could donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroes. We have a variety of reward tiers, from things as little as just sort of getting a role on our server. In there, we have a special channel for everyone where you can see some of our outtakes. That's also available on our Patreon. Some further benefits would be maybe the first of Hoblet the Smasher's journals, the disjointed thoughts of the most violent dwarf in our party.
The wicked, twisted mind of a madman.
It is borderline concerning, actually,
Yeah.
to read through.
I've read some of it. It's concerning, even for the internet.
To this point, your Patreon donations have helped save almost lost recordings, have increased the quality of the recording equipment we use, and brought the quality of the show up. We cannot thank you enough for your support, and we love reinvesting it into the show, and we're going to continue to do that to keep bringing you the D&D entertainment that I guess for whatever sins you may have committed in some life that you deserve.
If you like us, right now you love us, Sally Field, and the whole deal.
The whole deal.
Not just part of it.
The whole thing.
Whole deal. Find a small, gender-appropriate swimsuit. Put it on underneath whatever set of clothing you might be comfortable in. Prior to doing so, you're going to want to write the name of our podcast on about your body. 'You're going to save your money for 1 calendar year You are going to purchase a ticket to the Super Bowl when the Bills are in the Super Bowl next year. You are going to go down to the sideline and very nicely make friends with the security guard. Get him to maybe take a picture of something the opposite direction. Ditch your clothes. Sprint onto the field. There will be children watching, hence the swimsuit. I don't want you full nude. And run around with hapless heroes at the Super Bowl that the Bills are playing at, if you really love us.
It's perfect because it's always next year. It'll always be
and we'll be watching.
doable.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Anyone old enough to remember when Chris Berman picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl? I think it was Bills-Niners he picked every year for like 10 years straight. And unironically, it's going to be Bills going to the Super Bowl for like the next 10 years. So get used to it, America.
Yup.
Let's
It's the early 90s all over again. We're going to start
rage.
some neon shit up in this bitch or something. I don't know. Anyway, before we make this any weirder, we're just going to outro and just gracefully. So to my right, we have the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesco.
I mean, we had two plans. I'm glad to see at least one is happening.
To his right, we have Lord Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Until next time.
To his right, we have Boris the Butcher, played by Nicole.
Sometimes there's space for finesse, but sometimes I think smashing would have worked better.
To her left, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
Thank God I have a lot of earwax. My goodness.
To his left, we have Howlett the Smasher, played by James.
He shouldn't have ignored me.
My name is Dave. I've been your host and dungeon master for this evening. We'll see you next week as we hopefully conclude this fantastic adventure we're on and continue to move along in the greater story. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.